How to be successful in real estate investing. I've been doing real estate investing now for 25 years. These are the things that I've learned and that I've implemented and I've seen others around me implement to be successful. Check it out. In this episode, we're going to go through the things that you need to know or do to implement to be successful, not just in real estate investing, but in any type of business. Also, I'm going to share with you 3 things guaranteed to make you not successful in any business as well. So first, let's talk about the positive things that you'll want to know that you need to implement to be successful. 1, submerge yourself into the industry. You want to focus on one thing, like, for example, fix and flip, or is it wholesale? You want to find one thing and get laser focused on it and give it 100% of your attention. Here's another thing that I've learned, and I think this will make a lot of sense. Listen, just simply do what you say you're going to do. In this industry, it's a low point of entry. It means some of those people probably shouldn't be in the industry. It allows for a lot of lazy people to get into the market, which is good for you, because I'll tell you why. Because simply doing what you say you're going to do allow you to shine, really. I say there's a handful of things that you really need to do, and doing what you say you're going to do is one of the key things in being successful. Your word and your name is everything in this industry, and you may think it's this big industry. It's really tiny. So making sure that you start off on the right foot, do what you say you're going to do. If you're going to do a deal, do the deal. If you're going to show up to a meeting or commit to a meeting, you show up and do it. Whatever it is, once you commit to it, do it. Now let's just say things go wrong. Do not avoid the conflict or the issue. If there's something wrong, get in front of it and address that issue right away and let the person know, whether it's an issue closing the property, maybe it's a product or delivery or something like that where your tradespeople need it. Get on the phone, let them know, show the respect that you would want. These aren't always the easiest conversations, but they're the right conversations to have, and they may be difficult, but people want to hear the truth versus whatever else is out there that people are trying to spread. I have made commitments, and it's been a long day, exhausting, and I have a commitment to go look at a property. And I sit there and I debate, like, gosh, I'm so tired, I got to go way out of my way to go look at this last property. It's probably not going to work. I've looked at so many of them before. I could just head home. And then I sit there and go, you know what? I made a commitment. And every time I've done that and I've gone to look at the property, it's been one that I've wanted to or I've taken down. It's one that I'm glad that I actually went. So sticking with your word often pays off. Here's another example, like selling a property and doing the right thing by the buyer. Sometimes you don't have to technically take care of some stuff, but doing the right thing. I've had properties that I've done on the same street where if I'm finishing one, but one's already sold, that buyer, if I do right by them, will often come and sell that house for me to that new potential buyer. They'll actually kind of, for lack of better words, brag about the service or the craftsmanship or whatever it is. And if I avoided that person or whatever, could you imagine having that person speaking the opposite way? So again, doing the right thing, do what you say you're going to do. Hard work. There's no substitute for hard work. A lot of people try to avoid it. It's really, you can't avoid it. Everybody notices when you work hard too. I'm going to tell you a quick story. Sitting with the president of Washington Mutual, and they were asking me about college. I didn't go to college, but I got through the interview process without anybody asking me. He said at that moment, wow, you wouldn't have made it through the interview process. I think my exact comment was, wow, that would have been bad for this company. Here's the thing. If you work hard, there is no substitute for it. Yes, you need to work smart too, but there's so much opportunity out there. So many people saying they're going to do something that don't. So many people not putting in the effort. I say those 2 things right there. Do what you say you're going to do, and hard work is going to set you aside or apart from everybody else. Here's something I see all the time. Someone goes through, they actually complete a deal. Now they have momentum going. And what do? They stop. They say, I'm going to take a minute before I do my next deal. The best time for you to do another deal is towards the end of your first deal. This is how it works. You get momentum going. you'll see that energy that you create, there's other opportunities that will just start to come to you. This is not in theory, this actually happens. You start doing deals, and those of you who are watching this know that have done deals. Once you get going on a deal, more deals just start to follow. So you don't want to necessarily take a break. You may think you need to, but it's hard to start back up. So what I've seen successful people do, they don't stop, they just keep moving. You got to keep it rolling. You want to be able to stick with budgets and timelines. I'm going to emphasize this. This is something I could use more practice on with myself. Like, I sometimes go over on budgets and timelines just depending on what we get into. And it costs me money every single time. I budget for it as far as like calculate it, but it just still happens, unfortunately. I have to make it up for some. Maybe the city gets involved. I need permits. Now the permit process, just different things happen. But you got to be able to manage this process and stick to this as tight as possible. I understand and realize life happens, but the better that you could manage this, the more profit and more successful you're going to be in real estate investing. Before I get to the 3 don'ts, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the link below. Also, make a comment down below about what you have done, what you find successful people doing in real estate, or what habits do you see successful people do. So these 3 things are guaranteed to make you not successful, right? So you're going to listen to these, and some of them I hope that you don't disagree with me, because if it does, it's telling me a little bit about you. So the first is blaming other people. So many times I see people blame other people. You got to be accountable for you and yourself in all situations. No matter what, you take ownership, you clean up the mess. It just is one of those things that the successful people do, not just in real estate, but in everything else. Falls in line with a couple things that we just talked about. Hard work. If you're not going to work hard, probably good things aren't going to come your way. So if you're not willing to put in the work, you're probably not going to make the money that you want. So saying one thing but not following through. So we've touched on these things already, but the procrastination or blaming other people, the lack of hard work and discipline, and the third thing is not doing what you say you're going to do. Those things right there will make people not want to do business with you, whether it's in real estate or any other type of industry. So do yourself a favor, throw those things out, focus on the positive things that we touched on during this episode. As simple as that is the secret to be successful in real estate investing. You also, one last thing, want to make sure that you're well networked. Get out of your comfort zone, go out there, network, put yourself into, like if you're doing residential fix and flips right now and you're kind of looking for the next opportunity, maybe look at commercial. Surround yourself with people that are doing commercial, find the opportunities and get pushed to that next level. If you're looking for a place to partner and you're not quite sure, you could apply to join our team at REKI, realestateki.com. Or if you think you have what it takes, click on the link below and see if you could join our team.